this video, I'm going to show you how to create a MessengerX bot using the Python NLU or Natural Language Understanding template. We're going to install and configure the one dependency for this template, which is RASA. RASA is an open source conversational AI framework. And we're also going to configure ngrok to proxy requests from the MessengerX platform to our project. So when you sign into the MessengerX dev portal for the first time, you're probably going to be presented with a screen like this. If not, you can click the button that says Add New App on the screen below. What this is going to do is allow us to register a new bot with MessengerX. So let's start by giving our bot a display name. I'll choose Demo Bot. For a description, we'll just say this is a demo bot. Webhook URL, you can just type in NA or none for the time being. And for the image URL, I'm actually going to use a sample bot image that I have already prepared, but you can put whatever image URL suits your bot's needs. Go ahead and click Create. Okay, as you can see, we have demo bot created. Let's go ahead and click Edit, because what we need to do is grab the token right here. So let's copy this, and we're going to save it off inside of a text file, just for referencing later. So in our server, we're going to clone down the RASA sample NLU bot repository from MessengerX. Git clone, and then I'm going to paste in the Git repository link here, but you can find that in the description below. Go ahead and click Enter. Let's go ahead and change the directory into our RASA sample bot. Before I install any of my dependencies, I'm actually going to create a virtual environment to work with. So I'm going to issue the command Python 3 -m venv. And let's activate that virtual environment by typing source venv bin activate. Okay, you can see on the left-hand side of our terminal, we have a venv, which means we have successfully activated our virtual environment. So inside of our virtual environment, let's make sure pip is upgraded to install the correct versions of the dependencies. You can do this by issuing the command Python 3 m pip install --upgrade pip. And now we can install RASA, which is the only dependency for this project. So pip install RASA. This installation might take a little while, so I'm going to fast forward the video. Okay, now that RASA is installed, we actually need to take that API token and add it to our credentials.yaml file. So I'm going to use nano to edit the credentials.yaml file. Nano config credentials. And inside this file, you can see we have an existing sample API token. We can remove anything that is in that space. And let's go and grab the token we created from our bot earlier and paste it in. Save and close the file. And now we can start up our bot. We're going to use a Linux command called screen, so this way we can start multiple long-running processes in the background. So we can enter into a new screen by typing in screen. If you're presented with a screen like this, you can just hit enter. And now let's take a look at the commands we're going to need to run. The first one is RASA run actions, which is going to start up the action server. And then we're just passing into the actions parameter here the directory that contains our custom actions inside of the sample bot. So I'm going to go ahead and copy line 4 here. We're going to paste that in. And if you see in the last line, action endpoint is up and running on HTTP localhost 5055. That means your action server is successfully running. So we can detach from the screen by typing in Control A and then D. Okay, you can see on top we have detached from that session. So the next command is also long running, so we're going to have to start up another screen session. Hit enter. And this command is a little bit longer, but you could see RASA run is how we have to start off with. And then for the M parameter, which is for models, we're going to pass in the path to the models. We're going to add the debug flag so we can see debug output. For the endpoints parameter, we're going to pass in our config/endpoints.yaml. Credentials is going to be config/credentials.yaml. The enable API flag is going to enable the API for our bot to communicate with RASA. We're going to pass in cores with a star that follows to allow any connection to it. And finally, we're going to pass in a custom connector provided with the sample bot. So I'll copy line 15 here, which is the same command as above, but all on a single line. And we're going to go ahead and paste that in here. Okay, and if everything goes successfully on the last line, you should see RASA service is up and running. So same thing, I'm going to Control A and then D to disconnect from that session. So if you're performing this up in a hosted VPS somewhere, you can simply pass in port 5005 into your server to allow connectivity between the MessengerX platform and your bot. However, since we're developing locally, we can actually use a tool called ngrok, which allows a secure proxy tunnel from the public internet into our machine here. If you have not installed ngrok before, you can issue the command sudo snap install ngrok. However, I have it installed already, so I'm not going to go and do that. Instead, we can start the ngrok server by typing in the command ngrok http and then 5005, which is the port of the RASA core service. Hit enter. You should be presented with a screen like this. And what we're going to need to grab is the second forwarding URL, which is the secure version. Let's go ahead and copy this out here. And then we're going to head back over to the MessengerX developer platform, and we need to update the webhook URL inside of here. So we can get rid of the NA. We're going to paste that in, but we need to add a couple of paths to the URI. So go ahead and type /webhooks /MACHAO /incoming. Go ahead and save your changes. You should get a notification like this that the bot was updated successfully. And let's go ahead and test our bot and see if it works. We'll click OK here. Go ahead and click Edit again. And if you scroll down a little bit, you'll see a button here that says Web Chat. Let's go ahead and click on that. So here's the beginning of our web chat with our demo bot. You can see we have the name and the description. Go ahead and click Get Started. You can see our bot's thinking in the upper left-hand corner and responded with, "Hey, how are you? Here are some sample supported commands." Let's go ahead and try one of these out. I'm going to select Sample Image Action to start. You can see our bot was thinking and then responded with a picture of a tiger. I'm going to go ahead and type in hello now. And our bot responded with the same. Let's try a carousel action this time. You can see now we have multiple pictures. And one more time. Let's try the sample button action. You can see our bot has replied with sample button replies and provided some different examples here. We can try test sample text. And it says this is a sample text from actions. Great, looks like our bot is working as expected. If you enjoyed the video, please consider giving it a thumbs up, subscribing to the channel, and sharing the video. To get started building bots today, please visit MessengerX.io.